Nobody talks about badminton IQ. Everyone's obsessing over their smash. They're drilling their footwork. They're watching slow motion videos of their serve. And none of that is bad. Technique matters. But there's a layer of this game that sits above all of that, and most players never find it. It's not about hitting better shots. It's about making better decisions, reading the rally before it happens, and using information that's right in front of you that your opponent isn't using at all. That's badminton IQ. And the strange part, you don't need better hands to have it. You don't need to be more athletic. You just need to think about the game differently. These 5 things are what smart players do on almost every single point, and most of the people they're playing against have no idea it's happening. By the end of this video, you will. Let's go. When your opponent is out of position, your instinct is to hit where they currently aren't. That's wrong. By the time your shuttle arrives, they've already started recovering towards center. The high IQ move is to hit behind their recovery into the space they're moving away from, not the space they're standing in right now. Why it works: recovery has a direction. If you pulled them wide to the backhand corner, they're moving back towards center. That means the space they just vacated, deep backhand, stays open for another half second longer than it looks. Drill, next session, deliberately pull your partner wide 3 times, then hit the 4th shot behind their recovery, not at their current position. Feel how much easier the point ends. Every coach tells you to hit the corners, open the court, work the angles. They're right most of the time, but when your opponent is very wide and off balance, hitting dead center is often the smartest shot on the court. Why? From a wide position, covering the middle means traveling a lot of ground. If they guess wrong even slightly, the shuttle is already past them, and hitting center takes away their angles too. They can't redirect a central shuttle into a sharp cross court the way they could redirect a wide one. Rule: when you're tired, stressed, or the rally's gone long and you're starting to rush, stop aiming for corners. Hit heavy and center. Reset the point on your terms. Recreational players think about where they want to hit the shuttle. Smart players think about what they want their opponent to be forced to hit next. In doubles, if one player is clearly weaker on the backhand, that player gets the shuttle. Not occasionally, most of the time. It feels unsporting to some people. It isn't. It's strategy. Your opponents are doing the same math about your side, whether they realize it or not. Application: identify the weaker backhand or the out of position player early in the rally, and send shuttle after shuttle there until they either prove they can handle it or break down trying. Rhythm is the enemy, not yours, theirs. The moment your opponent locks into a pace, they stop reacting and start anticipating. Comfortable opponents are dangerous opponents. How this plays out: you've been trading clears at the same tempo for 5 to 6 shots. Their brain calibrates to that speed. Then without warning, you flatten one into a fast drive. They're still set for slow. They're late. The point's over. It works in reverse too. If you've been driving hard and they found a groove defending it, drop a soft net shot instead. Their body is still braced for pace, and suddenly they're rushing forward into a shuttle that has none. Rule: every time an opponent gets comfortable with what you're doing, that comfort is information. Use it. Change speed and take it away from them. This will feel wrong the first time you try it because every instinct tells you to track the shuttle. But by the time the shuttle leaves your opponent's racket, the decision is already made. Direction, pace, and spin are locked in. You're just reacting, and reacting means being late. Watching the racket face gives you the information before the decision is finalized. An open racket face angled upward sends the shuttle high. A closed square face keeps it low and fast. A player reaching and stretched has 1 or 2 options, not 5. Train it. In your next session, deliberately watch your opponent's racket and body position instead of the shuttle. Let the shuttle enter your peripheral vision as it gets close. You'll be early to shots you used to be late to, and it'll look like you got faster. You didn't. You just started reading earlier. So there it is. Hit behind the recovery, not the position. Use the middle when they're stretched wide. Target the weak side relentlessly. Change the pace before they settle in. And watch the racket, not the shuttle. None of this requires a better body. None of it requires more practice reps. It requires a different way of looking at what's happening in front of you. Badminton IQ isn't a talent, it's a decision. If one of these landed for you, drop it in the comments. I want to know which one, and if you want to keep seeing the game broken down the way it actually works, subscribe. See you in the next one.